I think talked about it yesterday after practice, but yeah, it's going to be different. Looking at the pre-scout, and I'm in some of the clips, so definitely a little weird, but yeah, we'll take it as it goes and get a good sleep in this afternoon and get back on track here.
You got some good chirps ready for Konechny?
Yeah, I'm ready for him. I've always been ready for him. We're always going after each other in the room anyway. So no, it's there's a lot of good people over there and a lot of good guys that are going to make that organization get through this and a lot of good staff members too. So it's going to be good for them.
You have a chance to see anyone last night?
I saw staff throughout. I was just in the hotel, so they're in the same hotel. Got a room pretty close to Torts.
Is it fair to say Craig used you as a little bit of a resource with this game coming up?
Yeah, I think the way they play kind of explains itself. I think really hard-working team that plays simple and so I think throughout maybe a couple questions throughout the day about them, but not too much so far.
Obviously, this is the first time you've gone through this. What's been maybe the most difficult or even surprising part of switching teams like this?
Yeah, yeah, like you said, I think it's the first time you go through it, so it's just it's a lot different. It's a whirlwind. I think going on the road and then being in the hotel again and just everything that goes into it of being with the same place and having that comfortability with everyone and in the room and things like that. These guys have been great with me, but it's different, and it's different going out there and just your day-to-day routine probably is a lot different. And was fortunate that Chloe and Reed got into town, so I think that definitely helps, and it's been a good week.
Scott, going back to I guess the day before the trade, what were the emotions like on that day? Like, did you have a pretty good idea that you were getting moved, or were you really sitting on the edge of your seat the whole time?
I didn't know I was going to get moved, but I thought there was definitely a bigger chance than the years previous. So, yeah, I had those conversations with Chloe and kind of talked through it of potentials of where we could go or what could happen. And, yeah, it was emotional. I think anytime you have a big change like that, I grew up in Philly and had our baby there and everything like that. So I think it's always going to be part of us and part of our home for sure. I think it's probably keep our place there and go back there throughout our adult life. So I think it's always going to be home for me. And yeah, it's emotional when you go through a big change like that.
You know those guys pretty well on the other side. You know Torts. Like, they're going through it a bit right now in terms of the results. Like, what sort of opponent are you expecting tonight?
Yeah, I've been keeping pretty close tabs on them, and like I said before, they work extremely hard. They have great guys in that room, and you know what you're going to get from them. So we're going to have to compete really hard tonight, win puck battles, and make it hard on them, and put pucks on net and create for ourselves, because they do block a lot of shots. They play in tight, and it's hard to get to the net and generate. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game, and we're going to need to compete and win our battles.
Danny was obviously very open about his fear of a leadership void in the dressing room if you left. Knowing those guys that you do, or like you do you expect there's other guys in that room that'll be able to maybe step up and maybe assume some of the things that you did that made you so valuable to the organization?
Yeah, absolutely. I think off the top of my head, I think Sandy, I think he's taken huge strides with them, and you have guys like Nick Seeler who bring it every night, who just leads by example every single time. You got those young guys, Catesy and Bobby Brink and Forey, who have taken huge steps this year. So I think, you have those guys continue to make steps, and obviously they have a ton of picks and go from there. But I think they have a good foundation in place of guys that care and want to do well in Philly. So I think they're set up, and I've said this before, but I think it starts from the front, and you have Dan Hilferty and Jonesy and Danny. So I think they're in really good hands.
Scott, how has it been for you on ice with the adjustment from a Tortorella coach team to a Craig Berube coach team?
Yeah, it's systems are a little bit different, I would say, but two very honest guys that you know where you stand, and I think that's all you want from a coach is to know where you stand, and yeah, so I think it hasn't changed a whole lot. I think they're two similar guys that want to get the best out of you, and they're hard on you, but I think pretty similar in their day-to-day ways, and even just like rest and everything like that. They're both pretty old school in that way, which is I think a good thing.
Do you have a favorite memory from Philly?
Favorite memory? There's too many. There's too many. There's too many good people I met throughout the years.
Scott, you were pretty clear that you love Philadelphia, you love playing there, but I guess what's the degree of excitement on your part that you're now with a team that has Stanley Cup aspirations right now that's going to the playoffs?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm at the point in my career now that I wanted to play playoff hockey, and this is a great chance for me, and to be here at home with family is kind of the sweetener to that. But this is an unbelievable team that has really good talent, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get to the playoffs, not to look ahead too far, but to play in that hockey. That's why you play the game, and to have a chance to win the Stanley Cup, especially at the point now in my career, I think it's really special for me.
I heard you're wearing 24 for Nick Seeler.
One of the reasons I was going to go 49 on my old training camp number, but once this opened up, there's a couple guys who have worn it here, and then Seals is one of my favorite players. Going to stay away from him tonight, though.